Hi, I'm Heather from booktubes, and today is a try a chapter Kindle Unlimited Dark Romance Edition challenge. So I actually had not planned on filming at all today, and sorry if I look to the side. I have my phone opposite of what it usually is. It's plugged in. I don't know, everything's weird. But anyways, I am in a reading slump. I've not read for a couple of days at all, and the two books I read before that were a bit disappointing. And so I am in the mood to read, but I'm not able to think of exactly what I want to pick up. I've had like things in mind, and it still hasn't happened. I could have read 3 books easily in the amount of time that I've spent wanting to read, but not. So it's time for it to come to an end. It's time to pick something. So I'm thinking that a try a chapter challenge will help get me out of the slump and will get me picking something up, even regardless of what I end up rating it or whether I DNF or anything. I just need to get reading, right? I'm just going to take you through the books on my Goodreads TBR that are dark romances, and I don't know how many of these I might end up reading the first chapter of. Just to let you guys know, I do only make it through 5 of the 10 books. It's not like the best day to try and film a video or anything, so we'll just see what I get through, what I feel like getting through. Maybe I'll get one that I just want to keep reading and I will call it quits 2 books in, like who knows. But I thought, let's do this. The first one is Better Run by Alina May. I think that this is primal and like kidnapping and stuff like that. Okay, so what this one is actually, it is a throuple, and it's 2 guys and they kidnap this girl and they're playing a game. So this one is Dubious Consent. This is the oldest one on my TBR. Then the next one is King of Spades by Steph, Macca. I did read a Halloween novella by this author, and that's why this is on my TBR. She's on the radar of both gangs. On her 18th birthday, she's a criminal prosecutor's daughter. Never read this one before. That's such a classic setup. This is another Why Choose. It's 3 of them, and it's gangs. A minor reference to birth trauma. Well, I appreciate that the author mentioned that in the content warnings. Okay, next is Rowe, which is Primal #1, so obviously I assume this has Primal in it, by Dylan Page. Okay, so the synopsis is a letter to her parents that she's going camping, and she'll call them when she gets back from her trip. Yeah, this is also DubCon. Then I have Born Darkly, which is the first in the Darkly Madly duet by Trisha Wolfe. This is the one that is Joker and Harley Quinn coded. She's a criminal psychiatrist and he's a criminal serial killer. This has also been on my TBR for a while. Next one is Pray Tell, which is Ravaged Castle #1 by Amanda Richardson. I know I saw this one on Twitter. I want to say from Sean that writes that Kingstown series that I like. Best friend's little sister shows up at the hunt ready to play, and he loses control. Good girl he's known all of his life. Okay, all right. Pray Tell is a full-length brother's best friend billionaire romance with primal play themes. Y'all know I like primal. I do. So and I feel like it hits a little bit better in a dark romance rather than just a cozy romance, you know? Next, I have Night, which is in the Barron Family Saga by L.M. Bash. This is a Black Mafia book, I believe. I think everybody's black. He's the second eldest son, led by duty, honor, and chivalry. She's not the one he's supposed to marry. Oh, and it's a Why Choose? Wait, I think it's 2 women though. Okay, I actually don't know how much I'll be into that. Then I have The Devil and the Duchess, which is Verona Falls University. Number 1 by Marissa, Farrar, and S.R. Jones. Everyone warned her to stay away from the devils. Another classic. And also, her mom is going to marry the dean, and then she meets the dean's son and his friends. So why choose college stepbrother-esque? No idea where I heard about that one, but it's on the list. And then I have Vile Boys by Clarissa Wilde. I'm also not sure where I got this one from. They think they're gods, but I will bring them to their knees. University, the 3 guys run the school, no one is surprised. She won't be silent. Their wicked games drive her insane. They crave her submission. They threaten her mother's life, and so she agrees to let them own her. I don't know. I don't know. I just live here. I don't know what's going on. Then I have Make Me, which is the Fox Family Crime Syndicate number 1 by Summer O'Toole. I know I got this from Izzy at Happy for Now. She stayed up till 1 o'clock in the morning reading this and said it was not good. It was like mediocre, but sometimes, and I feel like I'm in one of those moods right now, I don't really want a life-changing, amazing, can't stop thinking about 5-star book. I just want something that's very readable, but not that great, not that invested. So she thinks that he murdered her best friend, and she tries to stalk him, and she's really, really bad at it. And so he makes it easier for her to stalk him. Oh, I don't even have it on here. That's why. I also wanted to pick up The Woman on the Jury by Jessica Gadziala. Woman on the Jury, which is Costa Family number 7. I've read 1 or 2 in this series. I have a really hard time keeping her couple of mafia series straight, so I don't know how many I've read in this series or not. But basically, he is a mafia capo, and he's on trial for murder, and she acquits him. Like, she doesn't let him get convicted. So she deadlocks the jury, and then someone is coming after her because of it, and so he's going to save her. So I know that I will at least like a book by Jessica, and so it's definitely a possibility. Okay. That's all I've got for you. I don't even know what book to start with. Let's see what's already downloaded. Also, I changed the sticker on my Kindle because the other one was peeling up, so I just want you to know. I'm supposed to be reading Hero by Claire Kent right now, but I haven't yet because I want to, but I also know like how all-consuming I find her books, and I'm not sure that I'm emotionally prepared for that right now. Even though they're not usually that sad. Okay, I'm going to start Make Me, because it's right here, already downloaded. I don't remember who this was by. Summer O'Toole. Okay, let's see her be a bad stalker. Okay, so I've read the first chapter of Make Me, and it's her in the interrogation room with the cops describing the murder of her best friend that she saw from the serial killer, and she describes the tattoo that was on his hand, which is the guy that she is going to stalk. Not really into it, probably not gonna read this one. Next, I'm going to try Better Run, which I already forget which one this is. I think this is the one where they kidnap her. I am restarting my Kindle to try and get it to actually open these books. I don't know if my Kindle is getting old or what, but it's been really annoying with trying to actually open books recently. So gonna try that, and I'm watching Steph's Kindle Try Chapter Challenge, and I am telling Tracy all my reading problems. Better Run might be being a problem child, to be honest. This is what happened on like the 5th time trying to download it. I don't know what's going on. Further bulletins as events warrant. All right, children, it has been an hour of me trying to download books. Look, I've tried to download this one like 3 or 4 times now, I think, at this point. Does anyone have any suggestions for me? Now, the good news is I have gotten most of the books for this challenge downloaded. And I think what I might do is I'm going to go do supper right now because I'm hungry. At least one kid is hungry. I think my husband might be hungry. So I'm going to go do that. And then I might do some more tonight, but I might just do this over multiple days because I have like, see, all right, it got to 63% and then it just went to nothing. Anyways, my filming stuff, I skipped a video. I can switch videos, so this is the next video and I can put this up whenever. I don't care if it doesn't go up until Saturday or if it goes up earlier, just depending. So the good news is, even though like things aren't going well and like I should have already been done with this and I don't want to take this, like carry this in too far into the evening, I can continue this over the next couple of days if I so choose. Back to nothing. I might spend some time just reading a random book, but I did get some downloaded. So there's that. All right. It is even later. We are at, it's been an hour and a half. Yeah, it's been an hour and a half since I last talked to you. And I read the first chapter of Vile Boys, which this book is over 500 pages long. It's like 537 pages. I did like the first chapter. She is at a party and she sees them killing a couple guys. And then she runs through a maze and then runs into them. And then she smiles at him and apparently that infuriates him. And she is 4'9" and he is 6'7" or above. It's the only height difference that we have so far. There's 3 guys, so obviously there's 3 different heights. But, okay, for reference, right, I am 5'6", so she comes to like here on me. No, 4'9". 4'9". Okay, let's say this is 5 feet, so she's like down. She's like here on me, right? And then she's down here, she's down here, and then he is like up here. Like up here. Why is this necessary? This is ridiculous. That's insane. I was watching Abbott Elementary last night, right? And Quinta Bronson is so short. It's like a whole thing. The only person she's taller than is the kids, right? She's 4'11". She's 2 inches taller than this girl. I was literally 3 minutes ago talking in a group chat and found out that Robin at Paperbacks and Planners is 5'1". That is 4 inches taller than this girl. And apparently Robin is our new shortest person. I think she's shorter than May and Izzy. And then Megan at Meowth Vader was like, she's 5'9", right, Megan? She's like, I'm gonna be like a giant compared to you people. Can you imagine 6'7"? 6'7" to 4'9". That, I can't get over this. That's insane. I understand that like itty bitty girls, super tall guys is a thing. I understand that. Is that a person on the roof out there? No, I think it's a pipe. It looks like a pair of jeans and a tennis shoe. But I think it's a pipe and like something to connect the pipe. A connector. That really looks like legs though. That's creepy. Anyways. It's too much. It's too much. 4'9", 6'7". I can't even deal. Quinta Bronson is taller than you right now. Calm down. So that has, I don't know, stood out to me. So I liked that one, but I don't know. It's just very long, so they'll have to be very good to keep me from DNFing it, right? I want to do another chapter tonight. I think so. Let's go with Born Darkly. Yes, apparently I do have a different look every clip. I finished that chapter. She's testifying in court as a professional criminal psychologist, psychiatrist, whatever. I honestly can never keep the difference straight in my mind. And that's it. That's the whole first chapter. I don't know how I feel. All right, I think I'm going to go into The Woman on the Jury. I love Jessica's writing. I do. I haven't read one of her books. It's been a year, and that was under her J. Gala name, so that was a Why Choose romance. But I really do just love her writing, you know? So I flew through that first chapter. It's her on the jury, and basically she notices that the ex-girlfriend of the murder victim is on the side of the guy who murdered him, and she remembers, because she was looking into it before the socials got locked down, she remembers that she had a bruise on her neck. So the guy that was murdered was abusive to his girlfriend, and she was like, oh yeah, that guy definitely killed him, but in my book he's innocent. So power to the people. Yeah, I just love her writing. I really do. It just, my brain just consumes it so easily. So I think that's all I'm going to do tonight. So I may continue reading this. I may not. I've got some stuff I think I want to get done in the attic tomorrow while my kids are at school. I've got piano lessons tomorrow, all sorts of stuff. So don't know when I'll finish this up. But we'll probably read at least a couple of chapters more tomorrow, just depending on schedule. All right, I know it looks like I'm in the same outfit as yesterday, but it is in fact a different shirt. Thank you. Just the same jacket. So I had a busy day today. Hope is bumping my arm. I had a busy day today, but I am partway through. Oh, okay. So last night and today, I actually completely read The Woman on the Jury. I give it 4 stars, which is exactly what I would have expected to give it. Yeah, I loved it. It's like just the right amount of darkness for me. And when we're at the point of the book where I would get really mad at the hero if things continued, like they have a conversation and they work it out, all that. So I read that whole book. And I worked in the attic, and I took my kids to the park, and I did all sorts of stuff today. Well, I am partially through The Devils and the Duchess, the first chapter, and she is like breaking it off with her professor, who is not one of the guys that she is going to be like forced into a relationship with. And also, I didn't realize, but her mom is marrying the dean. I said that, but her mom is being forced to marry the dean. And then it's the dean's son that she isn't, not really feeling it. Okay. And also, I'm kind of like, has this mood passed me by? Am I done with this challenge? So, we will just have to wait and see how I feel about it tomorrow. That's where I'm at. So, yeah, I'm gonna go to bed, but I'll probably finish this chapter, but then I am probably gonna switch to something else. So weird. Try a chapter challenge for me. Okay, so I finished that chapter, and the professor that she's breaking up with tries to rape her, and she kills him. And I think that's probably, and she calls her mom, and I think that's probably why her mom is forced to marry the dean, so he doesn't rat her out for murdering her professor, which they've been sleeping together for a year, and he was in his 30s and she was 18, so I mean, he deserves to die already. But I don't think I'm interested in continuing. But that chapter was crazy. I will give you that. Ray, you know what day it is. All right. So, news. Okay, I just don't feel like reading any more of these chapters. And I'm only halfway through them, and it's day 3. And so I think we're going to call it here. Here's the thing. When I do these like subgenre chapters, right? Or when I'm in the mood, or when I do my KU TBRs and I have like several different books that are similar trope-wise or subgenre-wise, I almost always am only going to read one of those. I might DNF a couple before the one that I complete, or even after, but I often am only going to go for one. So because I did read The Woman on the Jury, like I'm kind of out of this mood now. Like I don't want to pick these up. I don't want to keep trying. And I feel like that's not the best time to try them anyways. Let's real quick run through our results. I think we have to give The Woman on the Jury first place because I did read the whole book. That is Costa Family number 7 by Jessica Gadziala. I think this is the 4th book in that series that I've read. I think I've read like every other one for no reason at all. I should probably pick the other ones up, to be honest, because I do like it. This is just, you know, I already did it, but it's a good level of darkness for me in mafia romance. I like the level that Jessica writes out for that, and I like the dynamics of the relationships in her book because I can see it being like a dark romance that still leads into a healthy enough relationship that I'm not like, run girl, you're in danger. I can believe that they could be happy. The next one that I liked the best would be Vile Boys by Clarissa Wilde. The problem with Vile Boys is that it is over 500 pages long, but I think it is a standalone. Let me double check that. Okay, so it's a trilogy, but I do think it is interconnected standalones because the main character names are different according to a couple of reviews that I am using for all of my information, so hopefully they're right. So this is a standalone, so most of the time you are, for like this type of dark wide choose setup, you are talking 3 or 4 books. So one long book is still technically shorter than that, so there's that. But I liked that they met and already interacted in chapter 1. I think that you will notice that as a theme throughout my like try chapter challenges. And even like books in general, I really don't like when we have a lot of build up before we get to the point that we know that the story starts at. I kind of like if you condense that and just let me know what's going on rather than giving me days and days and days worth of drudgery to paint the picture of your life. I don't feel like I need all that to get the picture. Like when things start pretty quickly, I don't need it to be bang, 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 fast paced the whole way through or anything like that. But I do really love when we're starting at the starting point and not the prequel to that. So that would be number 2, is a dark college one. Very questionable behavior. Then I don't plan on reading any of the others, but The Devils and the Duchess would probably be number 3. Barone Falls University, number 1 by Marissa Farrar. This is the one that I read last night where she's in a relationship with her professor and she tries to break it off and he escalates and tries to rape her and she kills him with a pen. Just stabs him in the neck. So that was exciting. I don't plan on reading it. And then 4th would be Born Darkly, which is Darkly Madly Duet, number 1 by Trisha Wolfe. I just think I can let this go. I've had such a will they, won't they relationship with this book, and I think I can just let it go. And then the bottom of the ones that I read was Make Me, The Fox Family Crime Syndicate, number 1 by Summer O'Toole. This one, I really didn't like the interaction with police. You know, they were very pushy and stuff. Obviously, that's not what the book is about, so that's not really that important. I think if Izzy had given this a higher rating, I would be more inclined to push through it. And by push through, I mean read more than one chapter. That's not exactly really doing much, but I just don't feel the need to. So that leaves me with 5 books that I did not touch. Better Run by Alina May that I had trouble downloading. I couldn't get my Kindle to actually load it. King of Spades, which is Black Spades Trilogy number 1 by Steph Macca. This is the author I have read before, so I do kind of want to prioritize that. Rowe, which is Primal number 1 by Dylan Page. Primal Play, Pray Tell, Ravage Castle number 1 by Amanda Richardson. Crime Will Play, and Night, Baron Family Saga by Emma Bash, which is a black mafia. Although I'm really not too sure about the possibility of him having 2 women moving on with our lives. There's 5 books on the TBR still that I didn't touch. I have 1 book, Vile Boys, that's still on the TBR, 3 that are off the TBR, and 1 that I read. So that's our result. Always take these things with a grain of salt. I wasn't trying to read these books. I was just doing a try chapter challenge. So for that reason, I would just, like, if one of them sounds interesting to you, try it. Thanks so much for watching. Bye.